Hi, Lindsay McCoy of Mama Aligned here. I am going to give you a quick little exercise stretch that I've been doing that I've been loving lately during my pregnancy. I am 28 weeks today, so you can see getting a little bigger. And this is really good for stretching out those lateral hips that get really tight, can contribute to SI pain. And we want these to be really open so that our sacrum and pelvis has more mobility. So you'll want a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you can get a sleeping bag and roll it up and stick it in its bag. Um, Lots of highly stacked pillows. A bolster is really definitely the easiest way to do this. You'll want your half dome or something to kind of put under your neck. It could just be a rolled up towel or another pillow. And then you're going to want a hand towel, or this is actually a rebozo. So if you have just something that you can kind of roll up and put under your kind of low back. So you'll need a wall as well. So I'm going to do this against the mirror, and we're going to bolster ourselves up into a ribs down position. So I have some other blog posts about this in the Psoas release. You're going to bolster just about bra strap line. You're going to come down. You're going to want to be close to the mirror, so it's a little awkward to get into this sometimes, especially during pregnancy. And then I just put something under my head to relax my neck. As you can see me here. And then we're going to place our towel, blanket, whatever you have, kind of under your PSIS, kind of your posterior superior iliac spine. Just kind of right under your hips, or maybe belt line. This is going to allow you to just roll forward. You can also use a yoga mat actually, and this is going to just help you to roll forward into neutral pelvis. And again, neutral pelvis we've covered before is kind of allowing the pelvis to untuck. Then we're going to put, let's start with whichever side you want. Maybe I'm starting with my left side. You're just going to place both of your feet up onto the wall. I can already feel a stretch here. My hamstrings are getting pretty tight. So I've been working on it a lot. And you're just going to, again, if we do this with a tucked pelvis, we're not going to feel a lot. But if you can just allow yourself to untuck. And then we're going to take one of our feet and you're just going to place it on top of the opposite knee. You may already feel a stretch here. It just depends on how tight this is. And you're going to work on very slowly starting to stretch. We like to go all the way as deep as we can into a stretch, but if we can just slowly work at the limits of our muscle, that's best. So you're going to start to bend the opposite knee. Again, make sure that you don't tuck to do this. If you tuck to do this, then you've kind of reached your limit. So you want to really keep your pelvis untucked and just start to drop that knee down. Feel the spot where you just kind of start to feel the stretch in the knee that's ankles over the opposite knee. When you feel that, you just kind of hang out there. Maybe you flip your palms up, relax, and just let your body open. Take some nice deep breaths into your rib cage. Maybe hang out here for a couple minutes, and maybe then we can kind of start to move this heel down the wall just a little bit. So we're just progressively stretching the hip. Make sure your rib cage stays down. If we're doing this in a thrusted position, that's not ideal. So just allowing the rib cage to be down. We're slowly just working the heel down and just letting go. Maybe you close your eyes. A good place to relax. And you can try maybe even just going down where people would normally go. You see my pelvis tucks. So that's not ideal for me. So I would kind of stay where I can while allowing the pelvis to stay in neutral. And switch to the other side. So start by just bringing your legs out, maybe making sure the pelvis kind of comes untucked, and let's just open the legs. Do a nice inner thigh stretch. Let the toes drop down. Good. Now let's switch to do the other side. So bring the legs in. Whichever side you did first, just do the other side. Again, make sure your pelvis is not tucking. Some people are so tight here that they have to tuck to even get their ankle up above their knee. So if that's you, maybe start by just doing this seated. This is kind of a little bit more of an advanced stretch. Find the edge, just where you just start to feel the stretch. You hang out there. My right side tends to be a lot tighter than my left. And just observe. It's different for everyone. We never use our bodies exactly equally. You know, we drive, of course, we're using the right side, most of us. We just have our habits. So notice your habits and notice your tightness and just observe it. Maybe start to work your heel down the wall, allowing the pelvis to, again, untuck. You can explore what it feels like to tuck. It really just makes the sensation go away, but all we're doing is then flexing the lumbar spine, so we're not really getting into the muscle we think we're getting into. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, palms can come up. This is just a really good place to just let go. Further, maybe this is all you got. Maybe you stay at one spot the whole time. Maybe you don't, we're not going to want to come right here because that's not beneficial to us. So you want to remain kind of at the edge of your boundary so you can slowly work past it. And maybe your boundary is right here and you just stay here for a while, and that's okay. You just have to be willing to be where you are, and that's how we can create change in our bodies. So that's my figure 4 stretch on the wall. I hope you enjoy it. Have a fantastic day.